Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The rumor mill has been spinning wildly in the NFL world ever since whispers about Washington's intentions to lock down Terry McLaurin began circulating. The shocking revelation that the franchise is ready to commit a jaw-dropping $750 million to McLaurin through 2030 has sent shockwaves across fan communities, social media, and locker room discussions. Imagine the sheer audacity of a single player commanding a contract that could redefine positional valuations, spark debates about salary caps, and send other franchises scrambling to recalibrate their strategies. Fans are buzzing, analysts are theorizing, and the NFL's financial landscape could be reshaped overnight. Insider murmurs suggest that negotiations weren't just about the numbers. They were about signaling dominance, securing a marquee player who embodies Washington's offensive identity, and making a statement that could reverberate far beyond the gridiron. Some sources hint at private meetings that lasted for hours, where McLaurin's agent laid out not only his current performance metrics, but also projected growth trajectories, marketability potential, and leadership value, turning what seemed like an astronomical figure into a justifiable investment in the eyes of the franchise hierarchy. Even among seasoned NFL insiders, the deal is sparking incredulous reactions, ranging from awe at the financial ingenuity to concern about setting unsustainable precedents for other elite wide receivers in the league. As the news leaked through unofficial channels, social media erupted in a frenzy of memes, speculation, and heated debates. Fans of rival teams were quick to voice both jealousy and skepticism, questioning whether Washington's front office had perhaps overextended themselves in pursuit of a singular star. Commentators on late-night sports shows began framing the narrative as a high-stakes gamble. Is Washington investing wisely in a transformative talent, or is this a cautionary tale in the making? A reminder of how quickly financial overreach can destabilize a franchise's flexibility? Reports from insiders hint at strategic motivations beyond the surface level, suggesting that the deal might be designed to anchor the team's long-term offensive plans around McLaurin, positioning him as both the face of the franchise and a cornerstone for attracting complementary talent. Meanwhile, analytics departments are reportedly crunching projections that extend beyond the traditional four-year contract horizon, factoring in metrics like yards per route run, catch rate under pressure, and expected touchdown contributions over multiple seasons. Rumors also suggest that Washington may have included performance incentives, image rights clauses, and team leadership stipulations to ensure that the investment yields not just statistics, but cultural and branding returns as well, essentially transforming McLaurin into a multifaceted franchise asset whose influence stretches beyond the 100-yard line. The ripple effects of this negotiation are already manifesting, as rival teams reportedly reconsider their own roster-building philosophies in anticipation of similar moves from franchises eager to remain competitive in a league increasingly defined by marquee star contracts. Industry chatter indicates that internal meetings within Washington have taken on an almost ceremonial tone, with front office executives reportedly gathering to dissect every nuance of McLaurin's career, from his rookie season breakout plays to his consistency under pressure in high-stakes games. Sources claim these discussions extend beyond football performance, diving into leadership style, community engagement, and the player's capacity to mentor younger teammates, a consideration that, according to insiders, factored heavily into the final valuation. The contract scale appears to reflect a long-term vision that aligns with Washington's ambition to dominate the NFC East, asserting the team's financial and strategic commitment to building around a cornerstone player. Some whispers suggest that the negotiations were punctuated by subtle tension, with McLaurin's camp pushing boundaries and Washington's executives weighing the risks of a deal that could monopolize a significant portion of their salary cap for years. Observers speculate that this could also be a signal to the league that Washington is willing to redefine standards for elite wide receivers, creating ripple effects in market expectations and salary benchmarks. While no official press release has yet confirmed all the details, insider reports indicate that the deal's structure likely includes deferred payments, incentive-based escalators, and clauses tying performance milestones to substantial financial rewards, creating a contract that is as much about optics and long-term leverage as it is about immediate on-field impact. Analysts are already debating whether this bold move could spark a domino effect, pressuring other franchises to compete aggressively for top-tier talent, thereby accelerating the inflation of contracts across the league. In locker rooms across the NFL, players are reportedly reacting with a mixture of admiration, curiosity, and concern, wondering how this monumental deal might influence future negotiations for top talents. Some veterans are whispering that McLaurin has not only elevated his own market value, but potentially altered the trajectory of positional negotiations for all elite receivers, a development that could reshape salary discussions for years to come. Rumors suggest that agents are privately exchanging notes, analyzing the intricate clauses of the contract, and speculating on how Washington's audacious move could serve as both a template and a bargaining chip in upcoming deals. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting every hint of the negotiation drama, from leaked texts to subtle social media posts, weaving theories about internal team dynamics and the strategic intent behind such a commitment. There is a sense of narrative suspense, as if the league is collectively holding its breath, watching to see if McLaurin's presence, paired with this unprecedented financial backing, will translate into sustained dominance on the field or simply become a cautionary tale of overreach. Additionally, whispers suggest that Washington is leveraging this deal not just to retain talent, but to send a message to the broader NFL ecosystem. The team is prepared to invest in its identity, redefine expectations, and signal an era in which elite talent commands unprecedented influence over franchise strategy. The buzz is relentless, making every game, every snap, and every practice a potential storyline in a saga that has captivated fans, pundits, and insiders alike. Speculation also extends to how this contract might influence McLaurin's personal brand and off-field opportunities. Rumors indicate that sponsors and partners are circling, eager to capitalize on the heightened visibility that comes with such a historic deal. Some insiders claim that clauses in the contract may intertwine performance bonuses with media appearances, endorsements, and community initiatives, effectively turning McLaurin into a multi-platform ambassador for Washington and the NFL at large. This strategy could amplify revenue streams far beyond traditional football earnings, establishing a model where elite athletes derive substantial value from both on-field achievements and curated off-field engagements. Analysts are dissecting every possible scenario, pondering how such financial and marketing integration could set precedents for future contracts. While social media communities buzz with hypothetical situations, comparisons to other marquee players, and debates about long-term sustainability. At the same time, whispers suggest that internal leadership discussions have highlighted McLaurin's influence on team culture, emphasizing mentorship, locker room cohesion, and the ability to elevate surrounding talent, factors that ostensibly justify the monumental financial commitment. Fans have latched onto this narrative, creating a continuous feedback loop of speculation and excitement, feeding the rumor machine while the official press release remains tantalizingly delayed. This combination of strategic foresight, financial ingenuity, and narrative intrigue has turned what could have been a simple contract announcement into a full-blown league-wide phenomenon, with implications that could ripple across NFL rosters, salary structures, and marketing strategies for years to come. The intensity surrounding the McLaurin contract has also sparked conversations about competitive balance, salary cap management, and the broader economic architecture of the NFL. Rumors indicate that rival executives are quietly calculating how this commitment might influence draft strategies, free agency priorities, and long-term fiscal planning. Some insiders suggest that Washington's move is less about immediate dominance and more about signaling a new era in which player valuation and franchise branding are inseparable, effectively blurring the line between on-field performance and strategic business acumen. Analysts have begun speculating that this could trigger a cascade effect, where other teams feel compelled to elevate their offers for elite talent, potentially accelerating market inflation and forcing front offices to innovate creatively to maintain competitiveness. Within the league, murmurs of caution coexist with admiration, as stakeholders debate whether Washington's audacity represents visionary leadership or a high-stakes gamble with long-term ramifications. Fans, meanwhile, continue to dissect every morsel of information, from practice footage to social media hints, constructing narratives that oscillate between euphoria and apprehension. Even commentators who traditionally maintain a conservative stance on team spending appear captivated by the spectacle, weighing the implications of this historic contract against trends in player empowerment, team identity, and financial strategy. The buzz surrounding McLaurin is relentless, transforming a single negotiation into a story that is as much about economics, culture, and power dynamics as it is about football performance, captivating audiences across multiple dimensions of sports media discourse. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. As whispers continue to swirl around Washington's monumental commitment to Terry McLaurin, speculation has intensified regarding the potential ripple effects on the NFC East and beyond. Insiders claim that rival franchises are in a state of strategic recalibration, attempting to project how this unprecedented $750 million deal could redefine competitive dynamics over the next decade. Analysts suggest that the move may force teams to rethink their allocation of salary cap resources, particularly when it comes to balancing elite offensive talent with essential defensive acquisitions, effectively reshaping the philosophy of roster construction. Meanwhile, social media platforms are ablaze with theoretical scenarios, fans debating how the team's play calling might evolve, whether McLaurin's presence could attract other free agents, and how opponents will adjust their coverage strategies. Some murmurs hint that Washington's executives are leveraging this contract as a psychological tactic, signaling to both players and competitors that the franchise is willing to take bold financial risks to establish dominance. Behind closed doors, coaches are reportedly recalculating game plans, considering how to optimize McLaurin's skill set in every situation, from red zone targets to deep ball threats, transforming a single contract into a catalyst for strategic innovation. The narrative is evolving so rapidly that each passing day brings new interpretations, theories, and rumors about what this deal really means for the team, the player, and the league at large. Sources suggest that McLaurin's camp has been equally strategic, emphasizing not just performance metrics, but leadership qualities, team cohesion, and cultural impact. The player's influence reportedly extends beyond the field, shaping locker room morale and mentoring younger receivers, elements that insiders claim were pivotal in justifying the staggering financial commitment. Rumors indicate that meetings included detailed projections of McLaurin's long-term contributions, encompassing not only touchdowns and yardage, but also intangible factors like media engagement, brand alignment, and community outreach potential. Analysts are speculating that the contract may include creative clauses linking performance milestones with public appearances, sponsorship activations, and social media influence, essentially positioning McLaurin as a multifaceted asset whose value transcends traditional statistics. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting every nuance, generating threads, memes, and speculative analyses that suggest the deal could serve as a template for future elite receivers negotiating record-breaking contracts. Internally, whispers indicate that Washington sees McLaurin as the linchpin of a larger vision, a franchise identity intertwined with one player's charisma, athletic prowess, and marketability, creating a narrative that captivates both casual viewers and dedicated football aficionados. The combination of athletic excellence, strategic foresight, and financial ingenuity is fueling a league-wide conversation about what it truly means to invest in a cornerstone talent in the modern NFL. The conversation around McLaurin's deal has also raised questions about precedent and equity across the league. Rumors suggest that other elite receivers are closely monitoring the situation, assessing how their own contracts might be influenced by Washington's audacious move. Analysts are debating whether this could ignite a ripple effect in positional valuation, potentially reshaping the market for wide receivers, tight ends, and even dual-threat quarterbacks who can demand similar financial recognition. Insiders claim that agents are poring over contract details, searching for structural innovations that could benefit their clients, from performance escalators to deferred payment structures that balance immediate compensation with long-term security. Social media discussions speculate on rival front offices quietly recalibrating draft strategies and free agent priorities in anticipation of similar high-value deals, highlighting the interconnectedness of player valuation, team-building philosophy, and league-wide economics. Meanwhile, whispers persist that Washington may be strategically leveraging McLaurin's contract as a cultural tool, signaling ambition and dominance, while simultaneously creating a narrative of loyalty and stability for fans and prospective talent alike. This ongoing chatter emphasizes that the deal is more than a financial transaction. It is a narrative catalyst, a rumor-generating engine, and a potential turning point in the evolving economics of professional football. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.